First episode of our podcast. We're just going to hang out and talk. This probably won't ever see the internet.
That's okay. It's probably for the best.
So we just moved here to Colorado. We lived in Texas our whole lives. We did van life for like a year or two.
Yeah.
But we've always wanted to live in Colorado. And so in September, we finally moved here. And we're like in northern Colorado. Like, it's so beautiful.
Don't dox us.
I know.
For our millions of fans.
Like the 6 people listening to this don't already know our address.
2 of which are us.
Like they're on our Amazon Prime. Or on my Find My iPhone. And they're like, yeah, we know where you live.
We know exactly where you are.
Like, literally, you text us too much.
Like, in the past 10 minutes, we've sent our friends
Too many.
48 text messages.
Well, they are interested. For sure.
Right.
For sure.
No, right, for sure.
But so we just moved here to northern Colorado. It's so beautiful. We have an amazing apartment.
You can tell it's amazing because of all of our things.
Yes. Our very
It's
vintage
beautiful.
couch.
I love the wall.
Oh, white?
Is this cream or eggshell?
Like, they really took a chance by painting this
On
white.
on this white wall, they took a chance.
It's an accent wall.
For what?
White people.
Oh, perfect.
Perfect. They'll love it.
Perfect for it.
But we live on, like, the 3rd story. I'm really doxing us now. Our Amazon Prime guy, his name's Jimmy. So we're making friends.
You made friends with the UPS guy, and now we're making
Amazon Prime.
friends. Oh, see, that's why I don't have any friends yet.
What is Lucy doing?
Licking the stove.
Lucy is licking the oven
You
because
just hear these little tongue laps like she's drinking water, but
she's literally licking the oven because
I don't even know if any rib meat juice got on the
we made
oven
ribs
now.
for
I
dinner.
think she's licking the smell off the oven.
Yeah, like the smoke, the meat smoke.
Meat smokes.
So gross.
Gross.
We have like 0 furniture.
We do have this couch that we're sitting here on.
We do have this nice couch. But most of our furniture is still in
And
Austin.
What you see is what you get.
Like, we have, I don't know, 8 guitars.
11 more things. Oh.
I was going to say 8 guitars, like, in storage.
Well, we sold all of our things when we moved into the
Yeah.
van, and so now we don't. We have this couch and a big old van.
And I'm going to bring our stuff up here from our storage unit, like, in, like, a week. But for right
Don't
now...
tell them I'll be on the 3rd story of an apartment building
by yourself.
alone.
Oh, no. But yeah, for right now, we have nothing.
We have each other.
That's right. And this couch.
And this couch. And we've got our dog, who couldn't be with us tonight for obvious reasons.
She's licking the oven.
She's not our pet. She's just someone who lives with us.
We should start a Patreon for this podcast, but it's only for Lucy's, like, medical bills. Like,
We made it 6 minutes into the podcast before you mentioned Patreon. Give the people a break.
but just for Lucy, just like she needs counseling. She has the meat sweats.
Listen, they're self-induced. If anything, she just needs a good therapist.
Yeah. She'll probably be tired after.
It's like a smell walk in 1 by 1 foot space of our oven that
Lucy
she's licking.
has 0 vibes, all smells.
0 vibes, no thoughts, all smells.
What did, so you asked for questions?
I went on Instagram because I'm a cool youngin'. Now,
And
where do you go
and what
for
did you
this?
do?
So I just put out a stupid. I started a blog. Hey, girly, ask me anything. I don't talk about it.
I hate that voice.
Let's.
It's so funny.
You asked what.
Okay, so you asked like for questions.
Yes.
Okay.
Or statements.
Statements.
There's something.
General
in here
policies.
For everybody. General policies.
A declaration.
requests.
Yes. Yes.
Of love.
Petitions. Hear ye, hear ye.
I used to like 2 hobbies that I used to have. Were tell me if you ever did this, but.
Is it meant to be
2 hobbies.
relatable AF or?
You know what? I hope so. But
Okay. Okay, so what were the 2 hobbies?
The 2 hobbies were reading the dictionary. Because you never know.
And like the Farmer's
Something
Almanac
new.
or something?
No, the dictionary.
But did
Those are
you
2
also?
different books.
Yeah. But did you also like enjoy reading Lateria Battacliara or whatever that thing is?
Pardon me.
The Encyclopedia the Encyclopedia Britannica.
Encyclopedia.
You know how I try and like mix words? You know how I try and mix words to like break them down?
I can't do it.
Encyclopedia Britannica.
Brown, right.
Or whatever. Did you read those? Or was it just the
I think we
dictionary? It
were
was just
too
words? Oh. Well, we didn't have those either, just for the record. I don't think it was a poor.
No,
I
because
hope it
like
wasn't
in
a poor.
Friends, I never even saw one. I don't.
Before our
we were
time,
also
people
public
sold
school,
them.
right?
Yeah.
There was an episode of Friends
Uh-huh.
where there was like a door-to-door encyclopedia salesman, and he sold Joey the letter V because Joey found $50 and they were, because they were Chandler's pants. Turns out because they had $50 in them, not Joey's pants.
The story ends.
And my other hobby, so reading the dictionary, and then my other hobby was, what were we just talking about?
You asked if I had a childhood hobby.
No, that can't be it.
Yeah, and then you talked about the dictionary.
Yeah, the dictionary. What were we talking about before that, though?
You asked, did I ever do
Okay.
this?
No, we were going somewhere before that.
We're already too toasted. Too
What are
many
you talking about?
Too many drinks for you. What, my juice?
This is cranberry juice. Drink of cranberries. Oh, yes. I don't know what the other hobby that I used to have was.
So what was the question?
The first one that we have is, what does feminism in America mean to you? Go ahead.
So one of our concepts, one of our pillars for this podcast is we don't get political. And
Nothing that actually matters are things we want to talk about. This is only...
positive vibes.
Move.
This is only
Just
happy stuff.
Right. Or
This is
maybe
only
not.
rainbows, dog. Yeah. But so I don't think we'll talk
but
about
nothing that matters.
Yeah, so I think
if
we
the San Andreas fault, fault cracks,
we don't live
continues
there. It's fine.
breaks off into the sea.
We
whatever,
won't talk about it.
You're not going to hear about it first from us.
No.
No.
So I don't think we'll talk about feminism.
Wow.
Your silence is violence.
Okay.
Yeah, no politics, no political things.
Is it political? Is it political?
We'd probably make it political.
Okay.
Next
Boo.
question.
Your thoughts on Kanye?
That's a crazy bro.
It really, the last question really folds into this one, I think.
That dude nutso.
I think he needs help. Best to him. If they were both falling off a bridge, would you save your child or your spouse? Both. Next.
Yep. Yep.
No, that's interesting. I mean,
I'm not answering that.
as a woman and a feminist in
I'm
America.
just here so I don't get fined.
By who? We're in our house. Fined by who?
Lucy just said hi to the camera.
Oh. As a woman and a feminist in America. Probably the kid. If I have a kid. If we have a kid. theoretically, it would probably be
But we
RCS.
don't have a kid.
Right.
We have a
So-
goose.
Right.
So, would you save Lucy or you would totally save Lucy?
I think we would work together to save Lucy,
Yeah.
and in turn, Lucy would end up saving us.
That's
And
beautiful.
with that,
That's
let's move
modern art.
on. Okay. If you have to chop one arm off, which arm and why? Your non-dominant one.
Yeah.
My left one.
My
Not to
left.
dox my hands.
My left. So stupid.
Shut up. Okay. Which celebrity would you like to follow for 24 hours? Well, I can follow all of them on Instagram.
Like stalk for 24 hours?
No, just like, I don't know, hang out with, follow around. I don't know. Probably Taylor
Will
Swift in this
Smith?
era. I love that for you.
Just hang out with Will Smith and be like, why'd you do it? What's
going on,
what's
man?
going on, Elm? You want to talk? You need a safe space?
Oh, gosh.
Hi, Luce.
Sure. So this one is, what's the largest animal you think you could successfully fight? Like a church mouse.
I mean, I could fight a very large animal. I don't think that's the right question, dog.
Like a baby bear or a big bear?
Well, like, what's the biggest...
Or like a caterpillar.
What's the biggest
or a
animal
giraffe?
that I can take? I can take a blue whale, dude. I kill a
Tell
blue
me
whale.
your blue whale process. Look me in the eye.
Well, okay, do I have a weapon?
It's you against a whale.
Oh, so we're talking bare knuckle fisticuffs.
We're talking air and or water.
We're talking, I don't get
We're
any
talking
tools.
both. 50-50 in the air, and then you flop into the sea.
Oh, sure. That's great. Do I get tools?
No, it's just you
It's
and a whale. Does
my
the whale
bare
get
hands.
tools? No.
It
is your bare
Well, the
hands.
reason why we have an advantage and why we are humans is because we use our
Yeah.
brains to create tools.
Yeah, you can A-bomb anything in a fight.
That's right.
But no, a human, in this case
So
you,
bare knuckles.
or gills, in the case of the whale.
I could probably take like a giraffe. I could choke out a giraffe.
No, go ahead.
I could
No,
choke
go
out
ahead,
a
tell me.
giraffe
Okay, how?
with my bare hands. That's all I have to use. I can choke out a giraffe.
With your hands?
Yes.
You can't, the diameter of a giraffe's neck? You can't strangle
Not at
something
the
like
top.
this.
Their necks
you
are not
can't-
that big.
You can't leap and strangle. Who are you?
Well, if it's a fight to the death,
Are you
he's going to be...
boinking on a lily pad and hopping up on this
I'm not
giraffe
Mario,
neck?
dog. But
That's the scenario, the only scenario here that makes sense.
how would a kangaroo... Not a kangaroo. We've had that discussion. How would a
Dingo
giraffe...
babies, giraffe.
Dingo babies. How would a giraffe attack me?
I don't know, kick you in the jaw. The end.
I just
KO.
got to grab it by the neck. I win.
You can't reach a giraffe neck.
And kill a lot of big animals
Like what?
with my hands.
No, yeah, let's get into the animals that you want to
A
kill
cow?
with your hands. Let's get into
I
that
could
in
kill
the
a
serial
cow.
killer America.
You asked the question. I'm just answering
You'd kill
it.
a cow with your bare
I could kill a
hands?
cow with my bare hands.
Have you ever touched a cow?
Yeah.
What's the scenario in which you touched a cow?
I've been on many farms, dog.
When? Give me a date.
Like
Don't
high
believe me.
school. Like high school and before.
You didn't live on a farm.
No, but I've been to them. I'm from the same area you are in Texas.
Kind of.
So if you grew up on a farm, by proximity, there were farms 30 minutes away from me.
I was waiting for you to say, then I grew up on a farm. And I was like, your teacup Yorkie begged to differ. Before his untimely passing. R.I.P. Jack.
Ripjack.
Rip Jack.
Our schnauzer,
You start bawling.
a mere 20 pounds.
A mere 20 pounds. Who's the mirror?
What's the next question? We have to get off this one.
Right. Oh, no.
Too many animals have already died.
Would you rather... maybe not in this climate.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Is Kanye correct when stating all black people are Jewish? No.
I'm not answering that question. I don't know. I'm not answering anything. I'm not answering anything about that question. Next question.
Can we maybe cut this out?
No.
Because I already doxed myself. They know I'm on a 3rd floor building. Tell us about your cute little camera.
No.
It's green.
We've got a camera. It's recording.
Talk about your favorite friends, Hunter and Rachel. Pass. Are you...
We love Hunter and Rachel.
We do. We were texting them. They were the ones we were texting.
They're literally texting us right now, and I'm not texting them.
We would also text our friend Camila, but
yeah.
She's out for the evening. I just doxed our friend Camila.
It's okay. Nobody knows how to spell that name.
Are you in Windsor Castle or Windsor, Colorado? I'm confused because I put the weather from Windsor, Colorado in the story that I posted. Colorado.
What do you want to know, creep?
This person was so nice as to send in a request.
Weirdo.
And then you pooped all over it. That's it.
That's all the questions? That's so funny. So after those questions, our story, you're waiting for more. So our story, we lived in the van for a while, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, we can go back to when we met. When I was a wee lass.
When we were young. We met in college. It was a good time.
Mm-hmm. I was dating somebody else at the time.
When I first got there. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you were a transferred student.
Yeah. My loser. I went to community college.
No.
It was the best. But then we met in college. To meet you,
we had mutual friends.
I think I walked up to meet you.
No. The way I remember it is we left that building not to dox our college.
Yeah. They don't want us.
We walked out of that, or I walked out of that building, and you were talking to our friend Chris, and I was like, "Oh, that's the guy that Chris has been hanging out with." Mm-hmm. I'll go introduce myself, and I was like, "Hey, what's your name?" And you said, "Nate, you're blah blah's girlfriend, right?" And being a feminist in America, you
didn't like that.
Yes, but my name is Emily.
Yeah.
Because it was, and it is.
Yeah.
So.
Instantly.
Annoyed.
Spicy.
I think, I don't know, that relationship ended probably 2 weeks after that.
Yeah. It didn't last long.
No.
And then my friend told me that y'all had broken up.
Our same friend, Chris.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, shoot. It's game time. I don't know what other specifics from college you would want to go into. I feel like we dated for a long time.
Yeah. Long for Southerners.
For Southerners. We dated for a while, and then we both graduated college and started jobs. And,
we moved from Central Texas to Austin.
Yeah.
Right before.
And got married.
Yeah.
Yeah. You lived with a family in their spare room before we were married.
Yeah, that was super cool.
Yeah.
Their dogs were dope, and they had a really cute baby.
We had a lot of really nice people we knew in Austin.
Yeah. And then I worked at it was a man and a woman, the couple I was living with. Nice. And the guy ended up giving me a job at his mortgage company where he was the CFO. So I was his executive assistant. Mm-hmm. And then a few months later, I moved to the marketing team. And then we rebranded the whole company, and then I got laid off because that's corporate America. America in this day and age.
Yeah, they were super
I got a new job,
cool.
and then I got laid off again, and then I got a new job. And here we are.
Yeah, you just got laid off after 4 years at that one company. Mm-hmm. which they were a great company.
Yeah. And
We
it's
really
cool.
liked them.
It's not. It's awful.
It sucks.
It's whatever.
But then you just got a new job, which is also exciting and interesting for different reasons.
Dope. Where'd you come from?
We went to college.
What?
We fell in love. We got married. I've had a lot of jobs.
Yeah, it's true.
But we're both now working like fully remote jobs, which is just awesome. Like not having to commute is so nice.
Yeah, it's given us like hours back in our days so we can do fun stuff like this.
Yeah. Totes. Yeah,
The
no,
link to our
for
Patreon
sure.
will be linked below.
Exactly like this. No, but it's cool. Like when we were doing the van life thing and we were both working remote and it was like the hot summer of the pandemic or whatever. I don't know what that means. You know, we're both working remote. And so that gives us so much like flexibility.
Yeah.
And that one day, like it was like a Tuesday, just after we finished up work, we were like, we're here in Buffalo, New York. Let's go to Niagara Falls.
And then almost illegally trespass into Canada, which
Yeah.
apparently happens all the time. I'm like,
Says that one sushi place.
right.
They're like, oh, it happens all the time.
We tried to
man."
get sushi, and it was like 0.2 miles away from where we were. And we didn't realize that we were illegally trespassing into Canada, which is so easy to do.
Yeah.
And so we called them to tell them we weren't coming for our order because we didn't want to, you know, illegally migrate or whatever and then buy something and then that'd be a whole thing. So
They were like, yeah,
Didn't
that
get
happens all the
sushi.
time. But no, like, yeah, we went to Niagara Falls on a Tuesday. Like,
Yeah.
that's super cool.
And we were out of the South for a lot of the summer.
Yeah. We were like
Which was so nice.
in Minnesota in July. Like, the
Oh.
weather's so much better.
Love it. Love it there.
But I think for me, especially, I got kind of over the stress of doing the van life thing because we were just
When
like,
we bought an apartment.
yeah. Yeah. Because, like, van life is fun, but it's very stressful.
Especially when you're also doing, like, the vacation part ends and then you're doing full-time jobs in a car.
Yeah. Having to work from the van
Yeah.
is kind of hard.
Yeah.
It's not impossible. It's totally possible.
No, and we had a big
It's just
internet
like-
setup.
Yeah. Like the van is like super well equipped, but like it's still stressful to like have to work, you know? And I'd say it's like probably kind of hard to work on your career. Like
Yeah.
honestly, I feel like it's like hard to really
Well, it's
focus
not-
on a job, you know, other than just like punching in and punching out.
Yeah, and it's like if you are working at a more of a creative job, it's hard to get into that headspace if you're not in a like consistent environment that
Yeah.
you make for working, you know? Because I feel like for more creative jobs, your environment really plays a key role in all jobs, but
Yeah.
I feel like from my experience as a creative person.
But like, yeah, no, I totally agree. And it's like, it's interesting. It's just a very different lifestyle. Like, it'd be great if we were just like driving around and that's all we did. You know, if we were just like gypsies or something, basically, like we didn't have jobs.
I don't think you can say that anymore.
Yeah, sorry if that's a racial slur. I don't know. Very sorry. But
Way to dox
you know,
our slurs.
if we were just like people who didn't have jobs and kind of just like, let's say, bummed around, like, you know, as we pleased, like that would be one thing.
That feels very similar to what we did. We did a full-time job.
But yeah, we both had to work 40 hours still.
Right.
Like, you know,
Right.
it's like a little difficult, but super cool that we got to do it. And now we just had like,
And it was at the perfect time.
yeah, for real. Is it a good time
Yeah.
to travel? And like COVID was still kind of a thing. So we were kind of just like quarantined in our van all the
Yeah.
time and we didn't really interact with anybody else, you know, except for people at the state park that you wave to from like 40 feet away, you know?
Yeah, RV and campsite culture is wild.
It's
so much more
wild.
friendly than I anticipated.
Yeah, it's just like a bunch of old retired people. Like, they're just
and then
all
that
nice.
30-year-old guy who's not, and no one.
Yeah, some dude who,
talks
like,
about.
sold his company or something is,
Yeah.
like, you know, just driving around.
Yeah. His name's always Brad.
We were always, like, the youngest people
Yeah.
at these, like, campgrounds
Yeah,
and
so
stuff.
the older people would have lots of questions for us, which is fine.
Yeah.
I'm just very introverted, and
Uh-huh.
so, like, a stranger would be walking up to the van while I have our dog outside,
Oh, my gosh.
and they're like, "Oh, how's it going?"
That
Which
one
is very
lady...
sweet, but then when they're, like, looking into your car that's also your house, it's like, it's just understandable, but different.
Yeah, like, you don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, and if you knock on someone's front door to their house, you don't, like, look in their house,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, and, like, that one lady back in Texas in Austin who, like, knocked on the door
Yeah.
and wanted to give us cookies.
So nice.
It's very nice, but I'm like, I'm not eating cookies from a random lady.
Well, no, that's because that was so... In the beginning of COVID, we didn't know how
Yeah.
people were getting it so fast. And so we were like, you know, and we were about to go visit family, and there's, like, elderly people and family, so we wanted to be careful. So we were like, any other month or day.
Yeah, if it wasn't
Life
the
was
height
normal,
of COVID.
absolutely. She was really nice.
Yeah. And that one lady gave you a book.
Yeah, in the woods. That was wild. It was cool.
She, like, walked up to you and
Yeah,
just started
we, like-
talking.
We booked the campsite, and she was supposed to have taken her stuff and left already, but she left her stuff there, and I just, like, kind of left it. And, like, went and made a campfire, and me and Lucy were just hanging out, and I had just, can't remember what I was doing. I had have just been making the campfire. But she, like, pulls up and starts, like, walking up to us, and I'm by myself, like, you're not there. And so Lucy's, like, barking at her because it's just me and her.
That's what she does.
And, like, Lucy realizes that she's not, you know, a terrorist. And we go about our business. And then when she's, like, almost done packing up her stuff, she's like, "Do you like books about race relations in America?" And I was like, well, I'm not going to say no. you
Or
know?
do I?
Right. And I'm, like, by the campfire,
Yeah.
minding my business, and she's, like, 30, 40 feet away, and she's, like, kind of shouting this to me, like, "Do you read books about race relations in America?" And that's especially in, you know, like, you
Austin,
know,
Texas,
yeah,
too.
you don't want to be like, nah,
Nah.
just because you don't want to talk to a stranger because you're a little shy. So I was like, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
And she was like, well, I just finished this one. And it was a very cool exchange. And I still have that book.
I do love literature.
I do.
About...
I mean, I guess it's a good book, but
If it's a good book, sure.
yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it. I don't know.
I'm going to take a photo of our first podcast.
Okay.
That'll be cute.
That we may or may not put on the internet.
We will.
Okay.
Somewhere. Maybe for one friend to watch.
Okay.
But I just like, I don't know. People at campsites are so weird.
Yeah, and so, like, communal.
Yeah.
Which is cool if you're into that, personally.
Yeah.
I think I'm the, you know, one person, like one outdoorsy person in America. That's probably not true.
No.
But who
Who likes to
there's
be
mountain
alone.
people. But
Yeah.
who are just want to be like mountainous bush people.
Don't say bush people.
Yeah, I don't know. But like just hillbillies. Like I would still like to
So
to go to
cute.
the Target, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
yeah,
once
yeah.
a month or something.
Yeah.
Not a ton.
Maybe once a week. Who knows?
Oh gosh. Sure.
Sure.
My ideal, not our compromised
Yeah.
ideal.
Yeah.
Would be like pretty out there. Mm-hmm. Life would probably get more organized. Like
Yeah.
these are our store runs we're doing this week,
Yeah.
or we're doing all of our store runs this week and not going anywhere else the rest of the month. Whatever.
Sure.
Like to live out
Yeah.
and not be able to see any neighbors' houses. Just a bunch of trees. You know.
I'd like to be like 30 minutes from a hardware store.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'd like to
Something
be like,
in the middle also sounds
and I'd
dope.
like to be like an hour from the airport.
Sure. Also a bathroom and electricity and AC would be nice.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm easy.
We really
Not
don't
haunted.
care. A home on the ground is what I was told. That's
my
all you want.
Main requirement.
Yeah.
The other things
That's
that I
like
mentioned would be
the
a
bare
bonus.
minimum. Like those TikToks, they're like the bare minimum.
If he wanted to, he will.
If he wanted
would.
to,
Gosh, dang it.
he would farmhouse.
If he wanted to, he would. If he wanted to, he would farmhouse.
If he wanted farmhouse, he would farmhouse.
I watched Holes recently.
Oh no.
Holds Up. It's so good.
It's not a good movie.
So good.
I
What do
don't
you
enjoy
mean?
It was like legit scary as a kid.
Well, you're not a kid anymore.
That's right. I'm not gonna watch it. Scarring. Just kidding. I just don't like the movie.
It's about triumph.
And trauma. Just kidding.
Whatever.
But so we live here now.
What?
And I feel like we're always on vacation now.
Yeah.
Because like we live in the place that we really wanted to live and like that we love.
My toxic trait is like
Thinking we have to go back to Texas now.
no, but like being like we should get a puppy, or we should get Lucy a puppy, or we should have a baby, or like
Yeah.
just throw something nuts at the wall. And
What's
see what
wrong with
sticks.
any of that?
Nothing.
Yeah.
But like life is just so like simple,
Yeah.
and like I feel like parents, when I think of people I know who are parents, especially to younger kids,
Yeah.
they're like, no, your life is dope. Like
Yeah.
telling me horror stories.
Yeah.
And like I know that motherhood is beautiful, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
but like, you know, makes me wary. So yeah, just kind of waiting until I feel like
You really want them.
yeah, and like it's a choice and
Or
not
a
just
puppy.
like time for one or a puppy. Whichever
Yeah, we're
comes
not
out.
talking about kids necessarily.
Yeah, I've looked into both.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's like
Is it
I
kind of
would-
weird that I choose like if we get a puppy or a baby, basically?
you do. Yeah. I mean, for real.
Like I hold the power. I also run a
Yeah.
pretty loose ship,
Yeah.
so it's not all bad.
It's a loose ship.
It's a loose ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have boundaries. But like, they're good.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah.
They're like the bare minimum.
My boundary is only treat me with the bare minimum.
Is
Nothing else. I don't want to
boundary
depend
is
on anybody.
Be kind to me.
Maybe don't curse me out.
Yeah.
whatever.
Like,
You
I
have
feel
time.
like I want kids.
Yeah.
But already, like, if we want to go on, like, a quick trip, like, we have to do something with Lucy.
Yeah. So what's one
You know.
more? Exactly.
No.
I'm joking.
No.
You almost fell for it. You kept nodding.
No.
No, I'm totally joking.
Because, like, if we had a kid, it's like, okay, we'd probably drive most places then.
Ugh.
Because flying with kids is not great, generally.
Yeah, but it's so much faster. Like,
For
you want him to
sure.
scream for 9 hours, or you want him to scream for 4?
Yeah, that's true. Or that's just, like, the experiences we've had with other kids, you know?
And some babies handle
Road trips really well,
like
yeah.
champs.
Yeah.
And I think once, you know, if we have babies, we'll, you know, what do you want to do?
I think our kids will just be banshees, and they'll just be, like, tough
Never
as...
seen a plane before.
Yeah, they're just tough as, like...
Make animal noises.
They're like-
guttural gorilla noises
They're, like,
at the planes.
not normal kids. They're, like, jerky kids.
Jerky kid?
They're tough, you know?
Like child jerky?
It sounds really bad, I know. But, like, you know, like, not just, like, a normal kid that's, like, a healthy kid. They're just, like...
You don't want a normal healthy kid?
I think our kids will be... What I'm saying. Like, they'll be, like...
No, you're saying our kids will be jerky.
Because we've
I
always
love
said...
when you romanticize our future.
Our fetuses.
Stop.
Like we've always said, they would be, like, wild children. Like, they're going to be banshees.
Totally.
Like, we're just going
I
to let
think
them run
it's so
around
cute.
barefoot.
When this is not a parenting podcast, but if it were,
Hell no. This is a
But-
pre-parenting podcast. A
imagine.
PPP.
PPP. What was I saying?
You think it's so cute when kids are banshees?
So cute, yes. But I think it's so cute, and like I think that like I was helping out this mom recently, and she she just had a baby a month ago, and she just needed an extra hand to get some sleep. And so I went and hung out with her for a bit, and she, the baby, when the baby is born, they have hair that falls out, and then their actual hair grows. Do you know this?
No.
So their baby hair falls out.
Yes.
Her hair started falling out, which is fine. It's not like in clumps or anything like scary.
Normal, yeah.
But this woman I was helping out, she was like, oh, her hair is starting to fall out, just finding her little hairs all over. And so she starts like gently grazing her head to try to get the hairs. It was so sweet. But she was sad because they were coming off. And
Are we laughing or crying?
I don't know. It was so sweet. I thought I was going to make fun of it, but I got kind of emotional halfway through the story. Never mind. This is a sweet as hell story.
Rip.
Never mind. Bail.
Gets pregnant instantly.
Gets pregnant. Can you imagine?
Don't look at me.
Would you rather for women to be able to have not women, weird. Would you rather humans just have a button to be able to press a button, fall asleep, or press a button and achieve one goal? But that's like the one you get. Like, get pregnant with a baby.
Is that a would you rather question?
Yeah. So would you rather hit a button, you have a choice of one of two buttons.
And you go to sleep.
You go to sleep, and that's the button to be like, head barely hits the pillow, wham, you're asleep.
Yeah.
And then the other one is like, wham, my wife and I are having a baby.
Yeah, I'd go with the goal one.
The goal?
Yeah.
Specifically for the baby, or because you're on that grind set?
I could set a goal of being a billionaire. Press the button.
No,
billionaire.
The next thing you want to achieve. You're not going to achieve.
Yeah, I want to achieve being a billionaire.
What I'm asking you is if you could have a button to either make you fall asleep instantly, or have a button to be like, we have a puppy, it's the perfect situation, perfect puppy figured out, or like, we're having a baby, like whatever.
The goal one. You're asking, would you rather...
I'm asking, do you want to be a father?
Always.
Very southern of you.
Always.
That southern hospitality.
No. Jesus. No. Like you're asking, would I rather a button that makes you sleeping more efficient? So like people all over the world are more well rested?
Yeah.
Or
just you.
Or the goal.
Yeah.
The goal. I could say a goal is...
I have weird sleeping patterns.
I could say my goal would be like
I could just wham that button at 9 o'clock, wake up like a spring chicken.
My goal could be like, I want to be the president of the world.
Didn't know you wanted that by taking the easy route.
I don't want that. But...
Yeah, it sounds awful.
No, that sounds terrible. But the goal one.
No, you're probably right. I just really like...
World peace. My goal is world peace. Boop! World peace!
But then the tea is cold. Reality TV's not as good.
No, you can have world peace with world sarcasm.
Can you imagine total world peace?
Yeah.
What would reality TV look like?
It can still have conflict. World peace doesn't mean that people don't have conflict. World peace means we don't have a need for like war anymore.
Yeah, so at a certain point, like the emotion has to stop. Like,
you think
people get mad and mad and mad and mad and madder, and
you can have emotions and still be peaceful. I've been peaceful most of my life.
Sure. I'm full of rage. Cannot stay the same. Stay
bitter,
the same.
Anger. No, but I'd take the goal. So.
Fine.
I mean, what?
No, you're right.
Like, we're trying to have a baby.
Yeah, no, I should want that.
Yeah.
I'd choose sleep, though.
Yeah.
Like, in my heart
it could be
hearts.
life-changing.
It really could.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, you might achieve world peace by getting every person a good 8 hours of sleep.
Okay, the other night, I don't know if you were awake, but the other night, I'm so sorry. Did I just...
Go ahead.
I
Go off.
woke up and my head hurt super bad.
Yeah.
It was like the pain was like radiating down my back.
Yeah.
And so I woke up and couldn't go back to sleep because of the pain. And so I go get the CBD drops.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'll just take a couple drops because I know that it's concentrated. It was dark in the room, but like I saw it in the TV light, like the light that glows on the TV. I saw it up against the light to make sure I wasn't like gonna pass away.
Blackout.
And so what I thought was like 3 drops, and I've done like 5 to 7 drops of this stuff before. Like it'll knock you out.
It's just CBD. It's like pain relief.
Yeah. And then but I don't know what happened, man. Like I remember seeing it and was like, that it's just the tip, you know, of the dropper.
Yeah.
And hey mom. and
so but you took a few too many drops, maybe.
I don't know. I thought it was only like max 3 drops, but I woke up at 3 p.m. the next day. That day where you were like, hey, like checking my pulse, are you good?
I checked on you 3 times.
One for every hour past noon.
Like at like 10 a.m. I checked on you.
And I could have sworn, I was like, why is he waking me up so early? Like I was annoyed at you, and then you were like, it's 3 p.m.
Well, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I'm worried about you.
Finally, you were like, no. I was like, are you going to sleep? Do you want to wake up? And you're like, no. And I was...
It's 19 hours of sleep.
And then I just looked at you for a second, and then I was like, it's 3 p.m. And you said, dinner what? Like, that's like something I did like when I was a child.
Yeah.
Like,
being unemployed is whack. It
it's
does
wild.
stuff to your brain.
It's crazy. Like,
it's like a vacation for like the first week, and then you're like, I bought yarn. Ask me what I know how to make with yarn.
A lot.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. I don't know how to make anything. Ask me what I'm going to make.
What?
Maybe a pot holder.
Okay.
Something easy.
I love that.
It's a square.
That's great. You've made me a cup holder, a coaster. It was very cute.
Yeah.
It was nice.
But like...
Make more of those.
We just have a billion like wool
doilies.
But they're not good. I'm not a gifted crocheter. I just loved having something to do with my hands. I bought yarn, dog.
Yarn.
I swore I'd never do it again.
Yarn
I
for
always
miles.
like end up getting rid of. I don't know.
Whatever.
So much bags of yarn.
Yeah.
We got more coming.
Did you ever have one of those nights, like maybe it's like a Friday night or something when you were a kid? Like I'm talking like 10. Yeah, you had Friday nights.
Some of them.
Did you ever have like a Friday night where you went to bed at like a normal time, like let's say 8 o'clock at night or something, and you legit like slept till like 7 p.m. the next day?
Yes.
Like almost 12 hours.
Always after a pool day.
Probably, yeah.
So this is what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
This is the memory.
This is what I'm seeing.
We had a pool growing up.
Yeah.
I know. We had a pool growing up. It's very ghetto. A tree grew out of it at one point. It was more of a pond. Anyway, so.
In the country.
Yeah. And so we had a pool. We were out in the ghetto. And so we were just outside all the time. These little, like, feral farm children.
Yeah.
And, didn't have clothes till I was 7.
Jerky kids.
No. Although after this story, maybe. But
you had a pool.
we'd be swimming all day long, and we'd be super sunburned, jerky.
And super tired.
So tired.
Yeah.
And so we would fall asleep
and you'd have
watching
like
a movie or something.
pizza or something.
It was spaghetti for us. And I
Okay.
would wake up to the smell of spaghetti, and I'm like, yeah. Spaghetti.
You love spaghetti.
To this day, I love spaghetti.
All day.
All day. And so it was the spaghetti, and I would eat all of it. I would eat so much spaghetti.
Just noodles and sauce.
Just noodles and like a white people ground beef.
Prego.
Jar of, my mom used like the traditional canned stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It's good stuff.
And, oh my gosh, so good. And then you would like...
And then you would sleep forever.
Coma, and you would be like, wow, I'm so hot because my skin is so sunburned. And then you'd fall asleep and then wake up in like the evening of the next day.
Yeah.
And your siblings were back in the pool. And you were like,
like time just
rewind or go forward?
like time just left you, dog.
Right. So tired.
Like you woke up and you're like, what time is it? It looks weird outside.
Yeah, it's like something's wrong.
Yeah. You're like, am I
As a
in the
little
Twilight
anxious
Zone?
kid, just like,
You're like,
this is wrong.
you're like, this is a different dimension. Morty.
Yeah. No, yeah.
We don't watch Rick and Morty, but
One of us doesn't.
I definitely don't.
Guess which one?
Like, I've been making pancakes and stuff.
If he wanted to, he would.
If he wanted to, he would.
That's right.
I've been making like pancakes and
I
stuff.
wonder how many of our millions of viewers just vomited onto their keyboards or keyboards.
On their keyboards.
Yeah, it's very, they're doing this for their jobs.
These people watching this at their desks.
Right.
No, like I've been making pancakes on the weekends and I just miss like watching like Saturday morning cartoons as a kid. And
We have like all the TV subscriptions. Do you know this?
We should
have
like
all of them.
Sweet Life of Zach and Cody it.
Yeah,
like
dude,
on a Saturday.
we've got it. We've got that Disney P.
Nope. Disney Plus?
Sure.
Nope. But like, what was that show?
Hannah Montana.
That was another one. Or like when you're
Fauci's
watching.
Couchy.
No. Or when you're watching. What did you just say to me? What did you just say?
I don't know.
That is not a show, ma'am. Oh my god. Did you say Fauci's Couchy?
Yeah. I was thinking like the big
That
red
is-
couch.
That is not a show.
That's the one with the
ladies and
girl with the
gentlemen.
clown nose.
Nope.
Anyway, what were you saying?
Or like you're watching TV and you flip to a different channel and there's this like random movie that you wanted to watch that's on. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
Like you flip on the different channel and it's like, oh heck yeah, Indiana Jones or whatever.
No, yeah, I know that feeling so well.
Do you watch a lot of Indiana?
Oh my gosh, like my life depended on it. I watched so much Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I'm sure your family really loved movies about archaeologists. I feel like they would actually.
I don't know.
Your dad's like, I'm gonna
He
learn
brought
Greek.
home like the third Star Wars movie from Astro Video one time.
Uh-huh.
We didn't have any clue about Star
Astro
Wars.
Video?
Yeah, it was the video rental place. This
You
was
didn't
on
go to
VHS.
Blockbuster?
No. We went to an Astro Video.
What is that?
It's a video rental spot.
have to look
Don't
this
video
up.
rental shame
I
me.
have to look this up.
Oh, it's
I've
way
never
closed
even
down. It's
heard
a
of
church
that.
now.
I've never even heard of that.
Well, it's not a chain.
So it was just like one dude's collection that he rented out?
I don't know the financial situation of this establishment, but they had a sick rocking horse.
Okay.
Like we'd go just to
Wow.
play on it because you'd put like the quarters in and then it would
Yeah.
shake.
Netflix really put mom and dad out of business.
They really did. It's a church now, so do with that what you will. But
They just went tax exempt.
right,
They still have a library in that church.
instead of you putting cash in the offering plate, they give you a video.
Yeah. Well, like, imagine that church probably has a pretty banging video library.
Honestly,
Like some churches have libraries. I'm sure
Yeah.
they got poppin' videos.
and you've always, yeah. Never mind. I was gonna get into church. I don't know if we want to do that.
Uh-oh. Spooky.
I was just gonna say you've always gone to bigger churches than me. Astro Video. Yeah. So my dad, he like on his way home from work. Sometimes
What
he'd
would
stop
you
and get a
get from
video.
Astro Video?
Videos.
With tequila? Or like,
No.
this is also a liquor store?
No, it had like
In Texas?
no hush. It had neon.
Uh-huh.
And so it was just like space themed. I don't know. It
That's
had the like space carpet.
So it's like Pizza Planet, but a movie store.
Yeah, and ghetto.
Oh.
Yeah, and rough.
It's like Astro Video, but it's not like
It's
space
Astro World
themed.
if
It's
it was
in
a
a
video
barn.
rental place.
Like, was it in a barn?
No, it was a
Damn.
proper establishment,
Thought it would be in a barn.
not a wedding venue. No, but he would stop by and like get stupid.
So farmhouse, they have to do their wedding in a barn.
If he wanted to, he would.
If you wanted to.
But my dad would stop and get a video, and then it would be like not it would be like the Netflix of the series. So it would be like Star Wars, the third one.
Yeah.
Like not in a place that it makes sense to pick up.
Yeah.
And not the fourth one. I know that it's like weird and it starts in the middle.
I know what you mean.
But and then he would get just like, and we would watch them because like it's the 90s. What else are you gonna do?
It's the only movie you can watch.
Right. And so we'd watch them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Dude, the chokehold that
that's
TV
why I know
had,
about Jar Jar Binks, but like about nothing else. Like I rooted for Luke and Leia at the beginning. I was like, they're cute together. What's the problem?
Well, some people don't think that there's a problem, but you know,
My southern roots.
most of us don't dig incest. So
Interesting. That's a hot take. Not supported by this channel.
So like lots of Star Wars and different things that you wouldn't normally pick.
Yeah, but like, yeah, just the middle of different series. And so like we know a lot about the middle of stuff, but not so much about how it started or ended.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And then when Netflix finally did come around and different things, y'all were probably like, oh, I can binge watch everything.
Well, it was kind of a ramp up because Netflix was like, they sent out the DVDs and we did that for a minute, like the very last minute that you could do that. I had a friend bring the Netflix disc of the first like 6 episodes of Zoe 101 to my house for a sleepover. That was dope.
Yeah. Just Zoe 101 marathon.
Yeah, like 6
hardcore.
episodes and then you just start it over. And then
There's only 6 episodes on the DVD.
it was something like that. And but then they started doing streaming, but our TV wasn't fancy enough to be able to do it. And so eventually we got a new TV, but it was like a slow ramp up for us. And so then we could like stream different things, and that's when the queue was really important, and you put stuff in your queue as if it matters. And that's like what would play sequentially one after the other.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then eventually, like, it was so weird when Netflix went like fully digital, and it was like, oh, so we're not going to get DVDs anymore. It was so weird.
Yeah.
Like that happened like very late in high school for us, I think.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I didn't have like a phone that didn't fold.
Yeah. Till college.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I went to college with a little slider.
Yeah, I had a Samsung Rugby.
Hot.
Dude, it was like this flip phone that was literally indestructible. Like I would
the brick thing.
Like I would throw it at people to
You're one
hurt
of those
them.
guys. You're like, my phone is indestructible, and then in the middle of like a conversation that's about something else, they would just chuck it at the wall.
Yeah.
Like, see, I told you, it still works.
Yeah.
It's like, we didn't have to go through all this, Brian. God.
Well, no, like one of my friends would like talk trash because they had like an iPhone or whatever, you know, and I was like,
and then you throw it at
it's
their iPhone and break their
indestructible. Yeah. Like it's amazing. I loved it. And then I went to college and I was like,
this breakdown work.
I need something with internet for college, you know. This is like people who are a little bit older than us are like, well, at least y'all had like whatever, you know. They didn't have anything growing up.
Yeah, that's true. I think about that a lot, actually. Like if I'm
like
sitting
Beth
on my phone
didn't have anything
and just like zoning out, right? Like, and I'm on my phone, like I could read a book. Like I have books and I like to read.
We do read books.
Yeah,
and
but like
audiobooks too.
Realistically, we're on our phones. Like I'm playing Bubble Cash.
A lot.
Yeah. Like my screen time has gone from social media to Bubble Cash.
That's crazy. I was looking
at
at
my screen time anymore because I'm unemployed.
I was looking at my screen time the other day. My biggest thing is TikTok, which I was on for an hour, a whole hour, and that's the biggest thing that I was on.
For work from home, that's pretty good.
like only spending an hour on one social media, and then another hour and 40 minutes is Slack for work.
If anybody's judging us, go look at your screen time.
Go look at your screen time. And then I spent an hour.
I'm defensive for a reason. I'm yelling at our 6 listeners.
I spent an hour and 34 minutes in messages. So I was texting you and like our like friend groups and stuff. And then it's like 10 minutes Gmail, 10 minutes YouTube. Like, you know, it's like, I don't know. I don't spend that much time on it.
Yeah, well,
I guess it is 1 hour.
You do work during the day.
I guess it is 1 hour out of 24 hours.
Yeah, but they're like 3-minute clips, you know?
Yeah.
Unless they are funny, in which case they're like 6 seconds.
Yeah.
I get bruises on my hands like an old woman.
That's
Do you
weird.
get bruises on your hands?
No.
I think it's the cold weather. What's
The weather just got very cold here in Colorado, which we dig. Like, we like to be bundled. It's fun.
Yeah, I was just on our porch until like midnight last night.
And it was like 40 degrees.
It was like 34 at one
Wow.
point. I wasn't like doing an ice bucket challenge with the air or anything. I
Right.
was just like,
You had a
wow, I
blanket.
should probably go inside.
Yeah.
I had a blanket and was bundled
And then we
up,
went to bed together, and heyo, and I was like, you are so cold. Like, I could feel you being cold, like, from the other side of the bed. Like,
It's weird though, man. Like it hurts. Like if I get too cold, if I get too hot, I'm sick. Like
Yeah.
I'll be sick for days if I get too hot once. But like my
rip South America for you, bro.
yo,
You can't go warm
it was
places.
tough. But yeah, and so I really like being too cold because then I can control how warm I get, which is the thing. But like I'll just like be in the middle of a movie or like just in the middle of doing something outside.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, my face feels fuzzy.
Yeah.
Like my face is numb.
My
I should
feet
go
are
inside. Like
tingly.
my toes hurt. They're so
Yeah.
cold. I should probably go inside.
But at least you have that option to go outside. Like,
And
we
being
didn't
in a
even
place,
sit.
Like we moved here from the South, like we said, and moving here, like, and I just being hot is so off. Like makes me feel so awful. So moving from somewhere that's really hot to somewhere that's more temperate and like has all the seasons, not temperate, it's freezing. But yeah, I think I'm just a cold weather girly. And it's just amazing how much your attitude is affected by your surroundings. And maybe that's different for different people, but
Yeah, I think like some people are like enjoy warm weather a lot more.
yeah. Yeah, I know
But,
those
like-
people. I don't get it, but I
like,
know those people, lizard
I
people.
don't enjoy being hot.
Yeah.
It's not a fun time.
That's why it's hard for me to like go sit in the sun and like get vitamin D in the summer and load up before winter where I'm a shell of a person.
Right.
And
I agree with that.
I mean, I meant it in a good way, so do with that what you will. But like when we go to the pool, which is just a big wet bus,
Yeah.
but you love it, so we go.
Yeah.
And I love you, so I go.
Yeah.
And like it's hard to stay out there because I'm like, I'm getting hot, and then I'll get in the pool, and then I'll like, it's the bad kind of cold. There's a good kind of cold, bad kind of cold.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, but I can't control. I'm chilly from being wet and being in the air, like out of the water. And yeah, anyway, all I had to say, yeah, it feels good up here.
Pool.
Pool.
I just
winter.
described a pool.
I think I just got distracted by how much I hate the pool.
The wet school bus.
It is, dude. Where else do you like get into something
I
with a
think
big
hot
group
tubs
of
are
people?
worse.
Yeah, but they're also like therapeutic. You can put salt in them. Like it's actually kind of good.
If
for
we
you.
could put a hot tub out here, that would be
I
incredible.
mean, if you could do it.
Yeah.
But
Is that why you've been sending me those like wood fire hot tubs? Like we could do that out there.
oh no, that was just Bradley on from Bon Appetit.
Yeah.
He's on TikTok now.
That's amazing. I knew his voice instantly.
Yeah, I saw the stupid little beanie and the reflection of water in his hot tub, and I was like,
That's
you
him.
absolutely would
This
be wearing
idiot.
a beanie about to get in the hot tub like a maniac.
But that's another thing
Shout
that's
out
nice.
to Brad Leone, who's definitely watching.
Shout out to beanies, dog. Like, that's one
Honestly,
nice thing about
though,
it being so cold is, like, now we can wear layers and wear beanies and stuff.
Yeah, I got a
Versus
sick gift card to Patty G.
Patty G.
Patagonia.
Patagonia.
And I got a couple sweaters.
Uh-huh. Like the
that's
good
what
old
I
lady
tried.
you are.
You know, got a couple sweaters.
Little lady.
One has a rainbow on it. Love it. It's very cute.
It's so funny.
But now it's like a cozy sweater, but
Yeah.
that's actually super warm.
That's amazing.
Also, sick content.
Yeah.
I
So
couldn't figure out what
basically,
adjective I wanted, so I stumbled through like
yeah.
6.
So basically, Colorado rocks.
Rocks, red rocks.
Big rocks in the mountain sky.
Small rocks in the gravel in the public parks.
Colorado people be like, I went to Patty G's.
To Patty G. Got a sick gift card.
I wonder what people actually call it here.
Patagonia.
I don't know.
If they have to call it anything. I actually really liked the
People-
store. I don't know if I've ever actually been inside a Patagonia store before, but it was
It's basically
like,
REI. That's why I
yeah,
thought they were
REI,
owned.
but high end.
Yeah, REI, but make it spicy.
But out of a tent.
Out of a 10. But like people freak out for the Denver REI. It's like,
Well, because it's the first one.
is it
Yeah.
the headquarters?
Yeah. The
The first store.
yeah.
Yeah. The first man.
The first man that walked the earth has been the first REI.
But that REI is so good for.
It is. And you can rock climb in it.
It's so good for like people watching too.
Yes.
Like you
Just
either
these
have
mountain people
you
come
have
in with
like
these-
some people wearing suits in there and like they're buying like a spade or something.
And there's that coffee shop too, so people are legit in there
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
meetings, like business meetings.
Yeah, because it's a good vibe.
Yeah. And then there are people fresh off the beat, fresh off the mountain with these like Grinch, Dr. Seuss looking backpacks on. And they walk in
They're so
like, bro, don't
tall.
you have everything you need?
And
like,
they-
didn't you complete your journey?
Yeah,
There's
and they
dirt
have
on
like
your face.
the dudes are like short kings, like they're like maybe 5'8", but they've got these hiking boots on that make them like 6 inches taller.
I mean-
and they're like, yeah, dude, we just got off a hike, and they're wearing like super short shorts, but really long socks, and it's like that.
That pulled
Everything
it
you're
together for me.
doing,
Independently is fine.
no,
All together.
I'd say no. Too much.
Sure.
Too much. It's like I feel like you could go
It's just
to
like
like
the-
Burning Man
Yeah.
dressed up as someone going to REI.
Yeah.
Like that's a thing. Like that's a look.
But like, it's just weird timing because it's like
Yeah.
you look as though you've completed your journey for the day,
but you're still wearing all the gear.
and you're still shopping.
like
for
you just
gear.
got out of your Subaru, put those backpacks on,
Like-
and walked in here.
Right? Are you gonna go mountain climb and then go canoeing?
Where's your Subaru?
Outback,
Yeah,
Subaru Outback.
Super Outback. Not sponsored.
Could you imagine?
It'd be amazing.
Brewer shirt. I would just ask about Hobo Johnson.
Yeah.
And be like,
Did he get
ask
one?
about me? Oh no, he got a Subaru Crosstrek, huh?
Yeah.
Shout out to Hobo Johnson, who's definitely watching or listening.
Our favorite emotional boy.
Except for you.
Yeah. What?
But
So we both have new jobs. We live in a new state. Oh, bars. We live in a new state of happiness.
state of awareness.
I'm about to fly to
Bro,
Austin to go to a friend's wedding. And I'm going to bring all of our stuff that's in Austin up here, our little storage unit. And then we don't have to pay $100 a month for a storage unit. I tell you what, storage
I
units.
tell you what.
You want to know what grinds my gears? Storage units, when we like moved into the van, our storage unit was $58. Mm-hmm. And now
They upped it just like rent.
they've upped it like 6 times since we put our stuff in there. So now instead of $58 a month, we pay $100 a month. That's nuts.
And not to dox our storage unit, but it's a 5x10. Like, it's not giant.
It's a 5x10 by 4 or whatever. Like, it's like...
That must be the new geography.
It's like small. It's just like a long closet, basically.
A closet.
A closet. You're
do you
right.
Know that time?
A clothes room.
Do you remember that time you called a closet a clothes room because you couldn't remember?
It's a clothes room.
The word closet.
It'd be like, wouldn't it be sick if you just had a room for all your clothes?
Yeah, Johnny just came out of the clothes room.
Johnny, no.
Johnny, no. If that's
not the
Johnny's
clothes
journey.
room. Not the clothes room. Like, wouldn't it just be cool if you just had a room where all your clothes were laying?
That's a closet.
Yeah. But you have to hang them up. They still work. Like, you gotta put them away.
You would rather your clothes lay down horizontally on stacks of each other?
Piles. Just in one room. A room big enough for piles. Like, oh, that's the t-shirt pile.
I love that for your dreams.
Isn't that chaotic?
Yeah, that's wild. That's just like a hoarder saying, I just need one room for all my stuff.
For all my jeans.
For all my jeans.
Old Sally. That's that person.
Old Sally.
That's that character.
Sally makes me think of that character from Barry.
Yeah. She's like a hoarder from Tallahassee.
A what?
A hoarder from Tallahassee. She just has like stacked chest high of jeans.
No, not the character I was doing. The character from Barry.
Which one?
The hoarder from Tallahassee.
No, there's no hoarder from Tallahassee in Barry. It's so stupid. There's no hoarder from Tallahassee.
I'm teasing you because that's what you said about the voice I was doing.
Yeah, it's Old Sally or whatever.
The hoarder from Tallahassee.
Yeah. I think we're gonna make some food.
Yeah.
Oh, it was good talking.
Good talking.
To you on camera.
Good art today.
Good art today.